Sophia Duke Radio. Radio. Radio.
Hey, you're listening to the Sophia Duke Radio Show, and I am so pleased to have our very first pop alternative country band here in the studio. The name of the band is called the Morgan Riley Band, and we want to welcome you to the show. Thank you for being a part of the show. Who's all in your band?
Well, our main band is Morgan Riley, Stevie, and Alan Slack.
Okay.
I'm Morgan Riley, this is Stevie, and Alan, he's in Charleston right now.
Okay.
But it's basically a three-piece, kind of similar to the band Perry.
Okay.
And then we have a drummer and bass, and we need to do our full band.
Okay. Stevie, say hi.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
He's sitting back chilling with his sunglasses on. So what makes your music different?
Well, it's kind of a mixture of Sheryl Crow meets the band Perry meets Alanis. So it's definitely different because most country artists, they don't really have that heavy rock and soul.
Right.
And that's why Stevie is such a important aspect to the band because he really does shred, and do those heavy, awesome leads.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So do you enjoy being your own boss?
Love it. I wouldn't want to work for anybody else but myself.
Stevie has something to say.
She likes to think she's the boss on everything, but, some of us like to pull our weight, too.
Oh.
No,
it's okay.
We are all of our bosses. We get along so well. They're like my two brothers.
We really are having the family vibe with each other. I mean, we just had a discussion the other day about she was just like, can you help me with this? I'm just like, yes, I'll help you with it. And, so we have that brother-sister relationship, and it works great.
It really does.
Gotcha. Stevie, this question is for you. How long have you been a part of the Morgan Riley Band?
Since pretty much it got going, I guess. Morgan and I have known each other for a couple of years on Facebook. We met at a music conference, Nashville Music Connection, which will be coming around again in September. And, she just hit me up one day. She was just like, I made a CD. I need a lead guitar player. Are you interested in? And then, by the grace of God, I said yes because it got me out of another band that I was in that was absolutely not going nowhere.
Gotcha.
And we jammed, and there you go.
Now, you said something that I'm not familiar with. What is the National Music Connection?
Oh, it's Nashville.
Nashville Music Connection.
Yes.
Nashville Connection.
Oh, I was way off. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
No, it's really cool. Actually, they're coming to the Handlebar September 19th.
Okay.
They're going to have celebrity judges. I think Warner Brothers is going to be there. Dave Brooks, someone from Nashville, who's an awesome music coach.
Okay.
They're going to have songwriters, and they judge other singer-songwriters, and you submit your song. But on September 19th at the Handlebar, you actually audition live for them.
Oh, nice.
After you submit your song.
Okay, thank you for sharing that with us. Are there any women locally that have a band that you know of?
Yes, actually I do. Kelly Jo,
Yeah, Kelly
kind
Jo.
of in our circuit. We see her playing a lot, and we're very similar as far as voice-wise and stuff, and she plays guitar as well.
Okay.
And she does have a full band, kind of like a bluesy thing.
Okay,
Really cool.
okay.
Then I also just ran into Wind Down, and the singer is phenomenal, female singer, and they play a lot at Pebble Creek Country Club.
Okay. Do you think there's competition with you and some of the other local bands?
Well, I don't really look at it as competition. I look at it as okay, if I admit if someone's better than me, that just makes me better and stronger. I don't look at it as a hating kind of thing,
Yeah.
I try to support local musicians because I really know how tough it is to make it in this business.
Okay. What are the pros and cons of being in the music industry, especially you being a female?
You know what? It's funny that you said that because actually getting into the country market, it's been tough for females. And I know that this person was trying to help me get shows, and he went to the bar owner and they said, we don't really want a female singer.
Wow.
And he said because, men come where the women are. But I was like, There's a lot of women singers.
Wow.
I actually have more women fans. We have more women fans between Alan
Wow.
and Stevie,
Yeah.
and then me and the music and stuff. You know, we have more women fans than anything. So boys will definitely come.
Well, I mean, you know, we just want our fan base to continue to grow and expand. I mean, you know, if you like what we do and we put on a great show, I mean, I'll back that up any day of the week. I mean, I see bands that play out there and they just look very boring.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no, you know, there's no energy behind them. I mean, when we played our show at the Barbecue Festival in downtown Greer, I mean, when we got up on that stage, I mean, it was just, I felt like, okay, this is it. I mean, this is the big stage. I mean, I just went nuts, and I was jumping all over the place, and you know, slinging my hair and doing this and doing that. The only thing that was lacking was probably some pyrotechnics like Kiss.
Yeah.
So when I think about putting on a good show, I mean, you know, we got the music. Our music, both covers and originals, is great. I mean, everything that we do. When we go on stage, you know, it doesn't matter what venue we play. I mean, we're going to give it 110, and you're going to enjoy the show.
It's funny though, because before I perform and stuff, people just looked at me like, oh, you know, she's just a female singer. You know, she's pretty. Well, on stage,
Not anymore.
she probably, you know, can sing okay. And then when we actually play, they're like, oh wow, yeah, she can sing.
That's
So
so funny.
it's tough, but you know, it's well that one change it for anything.
So speaking of your talent and you being one of the best locally female artists, and yes, I did say that. I want to talk about my favorite song called "I Refuse." And tell me, and I think that's your solo song.
It is.
Okay.
The reason why I put together the band in the first place because I was promoting the Morgan Riley Affinity album, which is on iTunes, Amazon, every digital site. And I Refuse is one of the songs on that album. And I wrote that song with Chris Clay in Charlotte. He's a R&B music producer. So this is his first pop record. But that just basically influenced me with my relationships in the past.
Yeah.
You know, I have definitely gone through a lot, not only in the music business, but I've gone through bad guys.
Right.
Until now.
Yeah, I know. She just got engaged.
I was there when it happened.
Congratulations on your engagement.
So, but, you know, it is what it is.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a music break and we're going to listen to my favorite song called "I Refuse" by the lovely and talented Morgan Riley, and we'll be right back after this.
I spoke to her just the other day. She told me that you've been lying to me all this time. And it hurts me, just walk away, 'cause I know that true love is hard to find. I refuse to be broken inside. I won't let my guard down to watch myself cry. I refuse to be broken inside. Life is too short to just lay down and die. Now you know why I can't stick around and watch you try to amuse me when I fall. 'Cause I've been hurt before, and I took my lessons learned, and I don't wanna make the same mistake and fall for you anymore. 'Cause I refuse to be broken inside. I won't let my guard down to watch myself cry. And I refuse to be broken
in the studio we have Morgan Riley and Stevie. They are the Morgan Riley Band. So your genre is pop alternative country.
Yeah, it's country rock,
country rock.
I mean, with a little bit of pop.
Okay.
But pop alternative country,
Yeah.
same thing. So.
Can you explain the differences between each genre of music?
Well, I mean, there's really, we just like everything. I mean, but she's more big into the country music. I mean, a little bit more than me, obviously. I am definitely by far a rocker dude. Alternative music, I mean, that can go in a bunch of different categories.
Right.
But when we pick and choose a little bit of everything, and when we put our own music together, it'll come out in that. And I mean, everybody's very, very, very pleased with it.
Well, we definitely wanted to cross over.
Yeah, yeah.
We wanted the
Yeah.
pop stations to be like, oh wow, we could play this record.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Taylor Swift did.
Yeah,
It really
yeah.
worked for her.
Yeah.
And so we wanted country records to be like, oh wow, we could play this. But then when we have like this heavy like rock influenced song that maybe 93.3 made a chance.
The Planet.
The Planet may even do it, But so that's kind of our idea on that sound. Plus, it's just we want our songs to influence who we are. And Sheryl Crow and is that kind of voice for me. And Stevie is our 80s guru.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
So,
is.
and Alan is our crazy, hopping around the stage rhythm guy, and he always puts on a show. We love Alan. He's awesome.
We were talking about your song I Refuse and just heard it. Tell us a little bit about your song called Dream. And I want to read a line that I asked you what do you want to be, and you said I want to play music because it makes me.
I just love singing and
Yeah,
writing,
yeah,
and it really does make you feel like I cannot imagine being me unless I was a singer-songwriter.
I prefer the original sound of analog.
Yeah.
Analog is just, to me, that's why some of my favorite bands like Van Halen, like when they recorded their records and stuff, I mean, it was all analog, and that's why they still sound as good as they did, 30 years ago.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm...
Of course. So,
Yeah.
what's your takeout on her behavior?
I was
You go
kind of
first.
shocked,
Okay.
because she's a Disney artist. So, I mean, I understand that it's really tough in the industry. You're growing as an artist, and you start out young, and everyone looks at you as a child. But, she's 20 years old now, and it's fine to be sexy, but I think you can overdo it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you can be sexy, classy, and tasteful.
Uh-oh, Stevie.
Well...
But sex does sell in the industry,
Yes, it
so
does.
I
Yeah.
understand
It does.
her avenue, and I'm, like I said, I don't really hate on anybody, so I'm not going to hate on her. I'm sure there was reasons why she felt like she wanted to explore her, sexuality and shake it on stage.
Come on, Stevie, you look a little nervous.
Oh, no, I'm not nervous. As far as that issue's concerned, I'm just like, it is what it is. I mean, artists do crazy things.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've always looked at her as just this cute girl who, was Hannah Montana. And then, her dad obviously was a country singer in the 90s. But I mean, everybody's doing crazy stuff. I don't know if she's craving attention or whatever, but it happened. I'm just like,
Probably works.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She might
got a
go
lot of
from like
attention
yeah,
from it.
she'll go from like a top, 20 record probably
yeah.
to like in the top 5 now.
Yeah.
So her publicist obviously knows
They
what
did
they're
a good
doing.
job with it, I think. So.
Yeah, there's some sacrifices you have to make in the business.
Yeah,
and,
just to get more recognition. So.
But there's ways to do it. I love the way Faith Hill does it, and you don't see her out there. I mean, even though she's married,
Right.
but even before, like you don't see that. But she still does very well in the business. Same with Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, you're right. So let's talk about another favorite, Darius Rucker. So how do you feel about him changing his genre from pop to country? But I think country was just embedded in him. Do you think, or am I wrong?
Possibly.
I think it was embedded in him, honestly, because we play that song Wagon Wheel.
Yeah.
And you can just hear his country tones and stuff in his vocals. So I think it reminds me of me because people are like, well, you were a pop R&B artist, and then you were a pop rock artist, and now you're a country rock artist. So I think it just takes a lot of growing to find your sound, and he started out that way and found his sound. So
he's good at what he does. I mean, you know, we grew up with Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and they had a good handful of songs in the 90s, and I mean, you know, they're from around here.
Charleston.
Exactly. Yeah,
so
exactly.
you can't get any better than that.
But for him to cross over and just try something different, and now he's having success with it. I mean, you know, I'm happy for him. I mean, that's great.
Let's talk about the Beastie Boys.
Oh goodness.
Do you think it took them a while to induct them to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Do you think they should have did it earlier, or was the timing just right?
Well, I mean, one of the original members just recently passed in there, and you know, I mean, it's really weird how they go about who they induct into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Some bands I thought they took forever with, like Rush. It took them forever to get Rush in there. You know, but as long as they got in there, because they do have their place in it, and I mean, you know, they're good at what they do. They wrote party anthems. So that's cool.
And different. They were different. They were like the only rock rap like
in the
group
80s,
out there.
Yeah, especially when they partnered with Run DMC. I think that was probably one of the best
They did
collaborations.
that, and well, Aerosmith did too.
Yeah.
They have their own sound, and that's really important to have your own sound.
So where do you see your band 5 years from now?
I just hope that we are, you know, lining up to get a Grammy. That would be awesome.
That'd be great.
And I would like to be the one to give you that award in 5 years.
Well, that would be like the major goal.
Yeah.
But realistically, goal would be just making music full time as a living, going on tour, touring different cities, making new records, maybe getting signed to a major label or an awesome management company that can get us further. Yes, if you're out there, we do need management.
We really love some help.
Yeah. So what events do you have coming up?
Let's see. We are playing at the Clubhouse Grill on the 6th. We are playing at Friars Tavern on the 13th. Bunch of different shows coming up in September, October, and we even have some in November as well. And we are getting ready, which is really exciting, to release Was It You, which is our brand new single off of our EP, which we are currently making out in Charlotte in the Cat 3 Studios.
Good.
And that should be coming out in probably about 3 weeks. We're shooting our album cover this Sunday.
Good. Congratulations.
Thanks. So I'm excited about that.
Good. And so how can your fans follow you?
They can go to morganrileyband.com. We have all of our links set up on that site. They can hit our Facebook, our Twitter, our Reverb Nation, our LinkedIn, all of that stuff. And so Google Morgan Riley Band, you're set.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. So let's talk about the song called Was It You? This will end our show for today. Tell us a little bit about the song.
Okay, well, I must have, when I used to drive to Nashville, I drove 5 hours to do an hour voice lesson and drive back.
Ooh.
And,
Can we say commitment?
Yeah, I've always been committed and crazy. But I did that like 5 times too, not just one. And, I got inspired, I guess, going to Nashville and very country. That's kind of the first country song that I started writing, and then I brought it to the group, and Stevie added his awesome little
I don't bash digital recording. It's good. It's a lot more convenient, yes. But the analog sound can't beat it.
We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Ladies, it's summertime, and it's time for your manicure, pedicure, and facials to be done at Pink Butterfly's Day Spa for Girls. For the first time in 27 years, I got a manicure, pedicure, and my eyebrows waxed. Pink Butterflies boosted my confidence. The spa is not only for adults, but for young girls, and they host parties for the little divas. Contact the owner of Pink Butterflies Day Spa for Girls at 864 757-1460, or you can email the owner at sheila@pinkbutterfliessc.com, or visit their website at www.pinkbutterfliessc.com. You can also like their Facebook page at Pink Butterflies LLC Day Spa for Girls for more information. You see the Miley Cyrus performance on the VMAs. It's a hot topic.
Lead to it, and Alan wrote the music as far as that. So he took my words and melodies and did that, and Stevie kind of did the leads around it. But that song was inspired, again, relationship.
Yeah.
I was dating a guy for 3 years, and I could kind of, I don't know if I was like predicting what was going to happen, but it totally happened that way.
Yeah.
So we were together for a while, and basically I moved to North Carolina for him, and he just changed his mind after like 3 months. So it kind of inspired me, and wasn't you, and basically he's the one left me crying on the front, front porch swing, and he always said he'd buy me a diamond ring. We planned on getting married and moving together and stuff like that, and then it just didn't work out. But the cool thing about that song is we played it on August 24th at the barbecue fest, and right after we sang it in the green room, just kind of messing around, Daniel, my fiance, thought it was a great idea to propose right after that, because the song, you always said you buy me a diamond ring, and so he proposed right after that. So that song has a happy ending. Anyway, even though it was kind of a sad song.
Well, listen, Morgan and Stevie, thank you so much for being a
for
part
having
of
us,
the show.
Georgia. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the CD Affinity. Thank you so much. I can't wait to listen to it.
You'll definitely get our copy of our EP
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Once it gets done.
Thank you. We wish you guys the best.
Thank you. We'd love to be on your show again. We've had so much fun.
And you are about to listen to Was It You from Morgan Riley, and you've heard it here first.
Sophia Duke Radio.